We all are aware of the fundamental principles of how birds construct their nests, which are usually built high up in the trees, but not every nest is the same. Nests do not all have the same features. Some birds are capable of constructing nests with precise and meticulous engineering. These birds have the ability to create nests in various shapes and can utilize a variety of materials during the construction process, such as shells, spider webs, and pieces of plastic materials. Also to turn their nests into a suitable and safe place for their chicks. Today, we will explore 15 unique nests that birds have constructed with their own skills. Watch the video until the very end to discover all the birds that are responsible for creating these astonishing nests. Let's begin. The little owl with the iron-colored feathers. We might all agree that constructing a house from cactus could be something uncomfortable or unsafe. However, this owl does not have any issue with that, as it builds its nests inside the saguaro cactus, which stands tall for many years, of very long duration. The nests of these birds are spread across the United States, particularly in Arizona, South Texas, Mexico, and some other regions, parts of South America. This owl inhabits thickets of thorny mesquite and riverine desert forests found in those specific areas. These birds do not dig their nests by themselves, but they choose them very carefully to keep them far away from predators and to protect them. Their wings are thick and strong, made from the thorns of cactus plants. However, this species is facing the danger of extinction due to forest fires and the construction of dams that change the natural course of rivers and alter it, in addition to the expansion of human architectural development. Habaku paya, or Filipino habaku. These birds live in the Indian subcontinent and are known for building cocoon-shaped nests in palm branches and thorny trees to keep them away from predators. These birds build their nests in the form of hanging cocoons overlooking the water, and they consist of woven grasses, thick leaves, or palm fronds. Males build these nests, and females are led to them during the mating season to lay their eggs. These birds usually breed during the monsoon season, and so nests are built on the eastern edges of acacia and palm trees to protect them from the strong monsoon winds. These nests take on a conical shape and contain within them a chamber for laying eggs and a long tube that forms nest entrance. Abandoned nests are also utilized as shelters for mice or other birds after the buyer weaver birds have vacated them. The Republican bird, or social weaver as it is called, these birds prefer to keep company with each other and build nests connected to each other. These birds inhabit southern Africa, and their nests are among the most amazing and elaborate structures compared to other birds, as they are based on a structure consisting of nests that are intertwined and connected to trees or supports. Each complex of these structures contains 100 birds of this species. Several successive generations of social weaver birds can live within these residential complexes, as each individual participates in the construction, maintenance, and repair of these nests. The complexes contain inner chambers that maintain heat at night, while the birds spend the morning inside the outer chambers that provide them with coolness and shade. When viewed from below, these nests can be seen as entrances to chambers that resemble beehives. Each entrance is up to 7 centimeters long and contains sharp sticks that ward off predators. Since these birds live in groups, they can warn each other when they sense danger. The European bee-eater bird. Although its name suggests it lives in Europe, These birds can be found in North Africa and Western Asia, and they migrate to the tropical regions of Africa during the winter season. These birds build their nests communally on sandy or riverbanks during the month of May, and they dig holes inside the sandy rocks using their beaks. Then they hollow out the rocks using their legs to build their nests inside sturdy sandy cavities, and the birds ensure their firmness and flexibility at the same time before they lay their eggs. The number of eggs reaches 5 or 8 in each nest, with both females and males caring for the chicks, and the adult birds also caring for the young of other birds, making it one integrated family. Males can also mate with several females, with the male bee-eater providing large quantities of food to the females and eating small quantities in order to provide food for the females who will lay eggs. Tailor bird's nest. These birds get their name from the way they build their nests. They can sew leaves together using fine threads of grass, spider webs, or plant fibers. These materials may be very delicate and fragile, but the nests are usually hidden in dense tree cover, making them difficult to find. The tailor bird does not easily show itself and is always hidden in the leaves. These birds live in southeastern Asia, and other subspecies live in Sri Lanka, India, and Pakistan. The bird with the hammer-shaped head. These birds construct enormous roofed nests, and the building process takes about 8 weeks. The birds use nearly 10,000 branches to construct these gigantic nests. They also use mud to fix the structure and protect it from water leaks. The birds' engineering skills cannot be denied at all. Building these nests requires a lot of effort and a significant amount of time. It requires the cooperation of both male and female birds to complete the construction. This bird has a square-shaped crest resembling a hammer, and due to its shape, these birds got their current name. These birds live along the banks of rivers in Madagascar and the continent of Africa. Preferring to remain close to water surfaces where they thrive, they are able to catch their prey and secure food for their young ones. Both the males and females of the species engage in building nests and taking care of the eggs together during the breeding season. But they do not stop at constructing just one nest. Instead, they build 4 nests throughout the year, meaning they never cease working at all. The hummingbird with a ruby-red throat. These birds tend to be solitary and avoid crowds, but they gather together during mating seasons that do not last for a long time in any way. Female birds of this species build nests and take care of the young chicks. Their nests are extremely tiny, attaching them to tree branches using spider silk and constructing them with tree bark and silk fibers, making them strong and flexible at the same time. Feathers line the inside of these nests to keep the eggs warm and cozy, while the outside is covered with green leaves to camouflage and hide them from predators. These birds inhabit the regions of Central America and also Mexico. However, they journey to Canada and North America during the summer season for the purpose of mating. The original bald eagle. This bird of prey is known as the national bird of the United States of America, a symbol of freedom. These powerful birds have very wide wings that can span up to 2.5 meters and females are larger than males by a total of 25%. The nests of these birds are among the largest nests in North America, with the deepest one reaching up to 4 meters in depth, 2.5 meters wide. While the weight of this nest reached a full ton, it may be hard to believe, but these birds are extremely protective and careful about their nests. They use massive amounts of tree branches, wooden sticks, and leaves to cover the entire floor of their nests. Nests are considered much safer the larger they are, and they are usually constructed on elevated platforms, such as tall trees or high cliffs, high up in the air, allowing eagles to have a clear view of everything happening around them. When they spot their prey, these eagles dive from the sky at an incredible speed to capture their target. This elevation also provides protection for their young ones, keeping other predatory animals away from them. The bird called the ovenbird. This bird builds a nest that looks like a pot or a cooking pot. The nest has a hard, round, and dense structure where it is constructed using clay over a period of 6 weeks. Both the males and the females take part in building the ovenbird's nest. These birds do not mind constructing their nests close to human dwellings. They even utilize some industrial materials that humans manufacture to construct their nests as well. The bird known as the horned grebe. These birds might appear at first glance to be unremarkable or unique, as they have black feathers and a yellow-colored beak. But when you look closely, you can see the small black horn that covers the base of their beaks. These birds are famous for their unique nests made from piles of stones covered with grass, making them look like small islands floating. These birds gather stones to build large nests and cover them with clumps of grass to protect them from currents water. They build their nests 40 meters away from the shore and renew them, bringing food to them from time to time. These birds also construct their nests over shallow water regions, and the construction process continues for several months or even years. These birds mate in colonies that are formed by groups of 80 individual birds to maintain its unity and continuity. The lesser grebe is a water bird with a pointed beak and a dark neck. These birds build their nests in the form of a raft of tree branches and submerged aquatic plants. The birds go to areas of surface water surrounded by tall plants to build their nests in order to provide security and comfort for the birds and their chicks. Adult birds lay 4 to 7 eggs and cover them with grass to keep them warm and out of sight of predators. Grebe chicks begin swimming immediately after birth or are carried on the backs of adult birds to encourage them to jump into the water. The African jacana bird, known for its unique traits. Humans are able to walk on water only when it is frozen solid. But the African jacana bird has slender legs that are capable of crossing lakes and water surfaces with great skill and agility. These birds possess limbs with long toes that can be extended to distribute their weight evenly while they are running. They might seem like they are walking on water, but in reality, they extend their lower limbs and leap over aquatic plants floating by, evenly distributing their weight in a balanced manner. These birds rarely fall while crossing, and even if they do, they can swim lightly and float effortlessly when facing dangerous predators in their environment. The jays do not come near land except during the breeding season. Their nests are also built completely and carefully before the start of the season. What is surprising and puzzling at the same time is the fragility of the nests of these birds. They start by moving over the aquatic plants and choose the strongest ones to lay their eggs on. These platforms are also made up of weakly fixed branches, which makes the nest slide from time to time over the surface of the water. Australian malevolent bird. Not all birds build their nests high in the trees. This Australian bird builds its nest in the ground, and the nest can be up to half a meter deep. The males dig these giant nests and fill them with twigs, leaves, and other organic materials necessary to line the nest. After the females lay their eggs, they and the males add a layer of sand to the den to keep the nest warm. This process ensures that the eggs hatch properly, but these birds have a reputation for not caring for their young after they hatch. The chicks need to find their way to the surface themselves, and the process of hatching can take up to 15 hours. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing your comments and meeting you in the next video.